What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Luis King Kong Ortiz. Of course, we know Ortiz is the once beaten Cuban Olympian that has supposedly a title shot against Deontay Wilder once again. The question is, like my old video, when is this fight going to be made? Well, we do have an updated projected date, and it is November 9th, okay? So November 9th is the projected date of these two guys to fight. It's not confirmed. This is just sources that have came to me. You know, my little birds fly in and they chirp from time to time, okay? Now, the question is, what's making me nervous about this fight is we haven't heard really too much about this fight at all from the fighters. We haven't heard much from Deontay, and we especially have not heard much from Luis King Kong Ortiz. I remember Ortiz, the last thing he shouted out about 2 weeks ago, that, hey, don't worry, you don't have to worry about the A side or the B side or any other side or any of that because I'm going to win. I'm going to beat Deontay Wilder, take the belt, and that will be that. We haven't heard anything from Luis King Kong Ortiz, you know, and so we start to speculate. Why? Why haven't we heard anything from Ortiz? Is the fight still happening? It better fucking happen. That's my counterpunch, simply because of this. If the fight doesn't happen and they end up canceling the fight because, you know, Ruiz is, believe it or not, still giving resistance on fighting. So if they think they're going to drop the ball on a potential fight with Luis King Kong Ortiz after Ortiz has made a great sacrifice, him and his bullshit team, of denying the Anthony Joshua fight, they're out of their fucking mind. They're insane. You know, and in fact, I hope, it could be, but I hope that that's the reason. I hope that Luis King Kong Ortiz is saying, you know what? I want more money. I hope he's following Ruiz's cab, or at least Ruiz's last week resistance. I want more money for this particular fight. We know Luis is not a mandatory. He's not that. But he was guaranteed, or promised, should I say, a rematch. We haven't heard anything really about that's confirmed about the fight, except it's going to be on November 9th. That's iffy. That's kind of like a pencil in, so we don't really know what's going on in that regards. Really, you know, again, it's just little birds chirping. Chirp, chirp. Right? So maybe the reason is maybe Luis King Kong's team is giving the resistance. Sure, they're not saying much vocal, but they could be thinking, you know, think about it. They lost an opportunity of a lifetime by fighting Joshua. He could have won that fight if he would have fought any way or any harder than Ruiz. I know they have different styles. They're both different stances and all that. But at the end of the day, he had a chance to be the heavyweight champion of the world, unified 3 times. Okay? So that could have happened, and you think maybe if Luis Ortiz's camp was not just this undercover Al Heyman bullshit front team that's supposed to be there for Ortiz, if they have anything of integrity, if they care for their fighter, if they support their fighter, they're going to want the most money possible for Deontay Wilder. Of course, we know this is supposed to be on pay-per-view. Right? So since it's supposed to be on pay-per-view, I know what Al Heyman does. He promises a certain amount of money. You know, here's my thing. The guy lost an opportunity of a lifetime, like I said. Okay. He didn't fight Joshua. Another guy fought Joshua. Now that other guy is reaping the benefits. You know, certain fighters can't help but to be envious. Not saying they are all envious right? But if you see something, you might get pissed and emotional because you knew that could have been you. That's where the envy comes in, okay? So maybe, again, if Ortiz's team is his real team and not some front team, they may be trying to negotiate for more money. We don't know how much that money would be. We don't know how much it is now. Hell, we don't even know the date. We don't know the venue. We found out about a date that's been rumored, right? But it's nothing has been confirmed. So if I'm Ortiz, I should be making some fucking demands. I should be making demands as just as much as Ruiz, right? Even if Ruiz doesn't get what he wants, at least he's making demands like Ortiz could and should. Why? Because he missed out on an opportunity and he could have been Ruiz right now. You can't compare 6 or 7 million to 6 or 700,000. There's no fucking comparison. If you lost that type of money, if you made that type of money, Luis Ortiz would be living a totally different life. Not saying he lives a bad life now, but the life that he lives is nothing like the life that he could have had his team fucked him over. Okay? And it's bad for Ortiz because you know the rumors. The rumors are real. Okay? This guy is, if he's born in 79, he's my age. I'm not 40 yet, but he was supposed to be born in March of 1979. I was born in 79. So you know what that means? He's 40 years old. Is he rumored to be older? Yes. What does that mean? He doesn't have enough time. He's on old legs. He's missing a step. He's not in his prime. He's a lot of fucking things that he wasn't. But at least he could have been badass enough to hurt like he did. Hurt Deontay Wilder in the 7th round. Sure, they gave him help. They gave him more time. Go 8-10 rounds with this young buck from Alabama. Sledgehammer. Right? Then get the blessing again. Because that's all it is. But guess what? That blessing better be up to fucking par. This is what I'm saying. Because I'm a supporter of Ortiz. And I think Ortiz deserves at least, okay, if you can't give me what Joshua gave me, which I doubt, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give him that much money. If they're not going to give him the amount of money that Joshua Hearn offered him, which was $5 to $6 million, at least give him what you gave somebody that was a fucking voluntary like Tyson Fury. And what has Tyson Fury done since that day? Nothing. Tom Schwartz, Otto Weiland. Ooh. He's fighting 2 Caspers. A gypsy fighting 2 Caspers. That's all he's doing. That's all he did since that payday. So at least give this man $3 million. Guaranteed. Guarantee this guy something. Fuck that old platform or that old motto of pay-per-view. That shit does not matter. We learned that from the Wilder Fury 1 fight. People do not buy shit in America like that. We fire stick it. We stream it off some illegal sites. We don't want to pay. We're not gonna take it. Right? No, we're not. That's what we don't do. We don't pay for shit over here. All right? So that means that Ortiz should be guaranteed $3 to $4 million at least. If he's anything under that, you know what that tells me? 1, he should have never turned down the Anthony Joshua fight because that's the most lucrative fight that he could have ever made in his life. And 2, Deontay Wilder's marquee value is nowhere near Anthony Joshua despite all the narratives and the bullshit. Come on now. That's what that means. You can't pay your challenger X amount of dollars, but you got fucking Ruiz getting $7 million, then $9 million, and then Ortiz promised $6 or $7 million, and you can't get this motherfucker $3 to $4 million? That's what that means. So we have to wait and see what's going on, because again, that could be Luis King Kong Ortiz's team actually growing some balls for once and helping this guy get more money for what he's worth. And you know what? I've said it before. What the guy is worth is what they offered him. Let's be real. You know, he should wake up and realize, fuck that. You supposed to be baddest man on the planet. You supposed to be over Anthony Joshua. You're the most talked about boxer. You're the baddest man on the planet. You're the WBC with the most prestigious belt, right? You're still undefeated. Give me more fucking money. Make sense? I would say so. So if I'm Team Ortiz, that's exactly what I would ask for. That's exactly what I would demand. I wouldn't demand anything less, because at this point, Ortiz should know his fucking worth. And his fucking worth is what he was offered. Okay? Regardless if he got it, regardless if it was turned down, he still should be worth that particular amount. And you know what? Deontay Wilder, since he's blessing him, let's do it the right way. Give him the amount of money that Anthony Joshua would have received. And that's nowhere near the money that he turned down to fight Joshua. So let's be real, people. Okay? So let's hope that Luis Ortiz is pulling a Ruiz. That would be fucking hilarious, you know? And filled with karma. Why? Because you got a guy that accepted a fight, a rematch, and the only reason he accepted that rematch was because he wasn't allowed to in the first place. He was set up to fight the champ on that side of the street. Anyway, can't make this shit up, people. But let's assume that Ortiz is doing that. I wish the best for Ortiz. I hope he makes all the money. I hope it does well with pay-per-view. But if it doesn't, at least he has a guarantee. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Ortiz. Is he holding this fight up? Should he get more money? Is he entitled to more money? Is he worth the amount of money, which we don't even know what that is? So, is he worth $5 or $6 million? What do you think he should get? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. Please subscribe. You guys been Counterpunch. Peace.